Somebody that's maybe almost
Also dabbles.
dabbled in a swear word or two. Our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, joins us now as he does every single Monday. What up, Dev? How we doing? How we living?
Yo, what's happening? How we doing?
We're doing great. LSU got a victory. It was a 1-point win over Arkansas, but you know what? You'll take a victory right now. So, that's the good. Now, one of the things that we got to start with having you on, I don't know if you saw this. Well, I'm sure you did. Gayle Benson did an interview with Jeff Duncan a couple of days ago and defended your favorite guy, GM Mickey Loomis, and said it was ridiculous that people are demanding that he gets fired because, and I quote, he does a great job. So, Dev, when you hear that about Saints general manager Mickey Loomis and the owner saying he does a great job, what are your thoughts on that there, Dev?
I just think it's TV talk. That's all it is. I think, who knows what's going to happen with that, right? But I think it's towards the end. I do. I don't know if it'll be after this year or, after next year, but it's definitely towards the end. I don't know how it works out. I don't know if he goes into a different role or whatever, but, it just feels like it's towards the end. It really does. I mean, the pressure's too high. How many drafts do we got to see? So I think that's just TV talk. I think that's all it is. And then, people put too much into the Gayle Benson thing. She owns the team. She's not like Jerry Jones and all these guys we see on TV and stuff like that. She's not Mickey Loomis is the one that's heavily involved. Another name that I never hear brought up, ever. Never seen it tweeted out, nothing. Nobody's ever mentioned this name. Jeff Ireland never catches any smoke whatsoever. And this guy has been responsible for majority of these drafts. You know what I'm saying? It's a case of just not knowing who's making the calls. And I'm not by any means defending Mickey Loomis. I can't wait until the day that we move on, right? But there's a lot more people involved than just Gayle Benson, so.
Yeah, Jeff. People forget he was a GM in the Dolphins, right? I believe
Miami.
When they hired Joe Philbin as the head coach there, and he didn't do very good there. So you bring up a good point there because there's a lot of people at fault. You can't just have two bad franchises and it'd be single-handed. So there's a lot of people at fault there. But I heard some people talking about this on Friday after Gayle kind of said all this, and like let's put all the how good of a person, all the philanthropy, and all the good that Gayle Benson does for the state and everything. Let's just look at it from a sports perspective. Do you think, is she in the conversation for one of the worst sports teams owners out there? Look at the two franchises right now. She owns the two teams of where they are at and the history behind them.
It just depends on how you look at it. If you look at it just from a strictly performance perspective, yes. She's definitely, she's definitely not at the top. But if you look at it from keeping teams in New Orleans, amongst all the pressure, I hear this all the time. People on the internet always, oh, well, this city can't sustain two sports franchises. Well, they have for 22 years. I think that's impressive in itself. Just, with all this pressure, all this, every year they talk about the Pelicans moving. Every year for the last 15 years, they've talked about the Pelicans moving. They still here. Obviously, the performance isn't great. The team's 2-11. The Saints are doing bad. It kind of just is what it is. We've been here before, but I guess it just depends on how you look at it. I'm happy that we got two professional sports teams in New Orleans. Because if any one of those teams ever moved, or that would break my heart. It really would. So I don't know. She's not the best, but.
Yeah, performance-wise, but of course, we all want Miss Gayle to do amazing. We want the Saints to be great, but she
sounds like my grandma, dude. That's what kills me about it. She literally does. She literally sounds just like my meme. So,
but that is a great counter argument to that. Is she's done a really good job of keeping, despite all the rumors that fly around all the time, that she has kept them here, and sounds like they're not going anywhere, just like Mickey.
Yeah, and I do think that the Pels are closer than ever to maybe relocating, but still time, man. That thing don't end until 2029. All it takes is one good season, man. And we started to flip the page towards that this past week when they got rid of Willie Green. because it just wasn't working out. You know, with the Pels, it's a rotation issue, man. It's finding that rhythm of who is your 5 guys. Who is it? Who is your 5 guys that you can lean on to start the majority of the games? I know stuff happens where you got to start different people, blah, blah, blah. Who is your 5 guys, right? And, you know, the Zion thing just ain't, at this point, it's not helping. It's hurting more than it's helping, which it really has been for a long time. But I think at this point, I don't care if you're a Zion supporter or not, because I was his biggest supporter. It's hurting us, man. It really is, because every time he's out, the rotation's got to be adjusted. Chemistry's got to be rebuilt. When he comes back, chemistry's got to get rebuilt. You know, it's a mess, man. It's just it's an endless Truman show.
I mean, Dev, 13 games this year for the Pelicans. You've had losing streaks of 5 games and 6 games already in those 13 games. So Willie had to go. I mean, it's been past due, but you can't justify what was happening on the court. I'm not saying they're the most talented team in the NBA, but they have a talented enough roster where you can't have 2 different losing streaks like that within the same season, 13 games. And, like, they had no choice but to fire Willie Green. And I can't wait to see what they end up doing and if they make a move to bring in somebody for the rest of this year, if they stay with the interim coach, whatever it might be. But you're too talented to play as poorly as they have so far this year, regardless of what Zion's done, not done, been there, not been there.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me that, right? You can't tell me that this team doesn't have talent on it. It definitely does. You know, it's dudes just. Dude, the injuries have killed this team for so many years, right? For instance, like if Misi's out, you know, if Poole's out, Zion's out, and DeJounte Murray, and they out, you know, I mean, that sucks. Yeah. You can't. It's extremely hard, especially when you got a bunch of young dudes who are promising. You know, Fears, Queen, both their jerseys are sold out in the shop. Like, people believe in the rookies. It's just like you can't expect them to, you know, right the ship first year and, you know, win a bunch of games and take over. You know, you just can't, man. You can't. Doesn't mean that they're not going to be great. You just can't. You can't expect them to do that in their first year because they still got to make all these rookie mistakes. You know, same thing with Shuck. I mean, Shuck looked great last week, but you can't expect him not to make rookie mistakes. He's going to do it. It's going to happen.
All right, Dad. Let's go outside the New Orleans city limits here, outside of Louisiana. State lines here. Let's get your quick thoughts on Draymond Green. Anyone had a worse weekend than this guy? Gets postered by Wemby, and then there's a fan that calls him Angel Reese, and he tries to fight the fan. Anybody have a worse weekend than Draymond Green?
Did anybody have a worse weekend? I'm sure there's somebody, right? But I saw that stuff, and actually I was at the game. I guess it was on, last Thursday night, and that's exactly where I was sitting, dude, where that dude was heckling the match.
Really?
Right there. Yeah, I was sitting right there. I mean, it's right by where, like, Currency sits and, you know, all that. So when I saw that, and then they had a Misi fight the night I was there. Misi got ejected, and some other dude got ejected, and that was right in front of me. So that little spot right there, that's the conflict area right there.
That's a good spot. Those tickets are high right there. He called him Angel Reese.
Yeah, I think those tickets went for $6,000 to start the year, $6,000 a seat to start the year for the Lakers game. By the time the Lakers game came, the tickets were only $1,500 a seat. That's how much they went down.
Did you see him looking straight up at Wemby, trying to fight him and getting like talking trash to him? Looked like a 5-year-old little brother talking at you.
Yeah, I'd probably say maybe Pat Beverly had a worse weekend. That little Twitch streamer dude. He had a pretty bad weekend. What's his name? He's all over my feed.
Do you think these two 40-year-olds sitting in these chairs know anything about Twitch?
Oh, y'all don't? I mean, dude, y'all need to get on there.
No, Dev, I mean,
is that the thing that follows you around like 24 hours a day?
Dev, I would have to get you to help me out on that, bud.
Yeah, no. You could stay seated. You ain't got to do all that. Just get on Twitch and rip packs, bro. That's it. They got a market for everything on Twitch.
Now that we can get behind.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, that's a good platform to rip packs on. That's where I rip packs at, on Twitch. And then I'll sit there and I'll play zombies for like 6 hours, just sitting there on Twitch, you know. Dude, you might as well. I mean, I played Xbox my whole life. I felt dumb when I realized, damn, I could just get on Twitch and, you know,
like, just people watch you play. Yeah, people get on there and just watch you play video games.
Yeah, and they asked me a bunch of dumb questions, but yeah, it's cool. It's a good time.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
a good community.
You hit any good cards recently?
Yeah, UFC wise for sure. I opened up a hobby box and I got a Dustin Poirier.
Oh, I
autograph.
saw that.
Yeah,
That's like
dude.
the holy grail for you to open up a pack and
Dude,
get an
what?
autographed diamond.
Yeah, I mean, you only get 2 autographs in the whole box, and that was one of them. And it's just like, man, the stars align because what a year to get a Dustin Poirier autograph.
Yeah.
It's his
Yep.
retirement year. I mean, come on, man.
Yep.
It couldn't have worked out any better.
Dude, is there any better feeling in the world than hitting a $150 card in a $400 hobby box?
Yeah, and dude, the thing about it is that was my first hobby box I ever opened up on any sport, and I actually got it because I pre-ordered it. I got it for $150. So that Dustin Poirier card alone paid for that experience, which I'll never sell that thing.
No.
Exactly. You hit a good card, you're not going to sell
Yeah,
it.
you gotta sell that thing. Can't do it.
No.
Won't do it.
I ain't doing. I'm going to the casket with that one, brother. Y'all gonna have to rip that one off.
All right, Dev, any idea? RB&R Day, got a Monday here. Celebrate a LSU victory. It's been a while. Saints didn't lose because they didn't play, but they didn't lose. And Willie Green is no longer the Pelicans coach. I got to imagine you're setting up for a nice RB&R Day. I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, look, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel a lot of times I wake up on Monday and I'm like, damn, bro, another Monday. I got to do this again. And I don't feel like that today. So that's a good sign right there. And yeah, the Holy Trinity, right? Saints win. They beat the bye week. LSU wins. And then, Tulane as well. So we got the Holy Trinity in the bag.
Oh, there we go. Look forward to seeing those videos. Dev, you're the man. We appreciate it, sir. We'll catch up again next week.
All right. Y'all take care.